15 things all men do when they are in love. When it comes to relationships, men may be extremely tough to read because they are known for keeping their emotions and feelings to themselves. And it's not necessarily their fault. Many guys have been taught that being overly emotional or in touch with their feminine side is a sign of weakness, which is obviously not true. So, how do you tell whether a man is madly in love? The fact is that most males are not particularly expressive. Societal standards and the fear of being hurt in love push them to keep their emotions in check. This frequently leaves women confused about their partner's feelings. There are, however, pretty simple ways to know if a guy is in love with you. We've compiled a list of 15 things all males do when they're in love to assist you to figure out whether that special someone truly loves you. 1. He's happy doing ordinary things with you. If he's willing to go grocery shopping with you, hang out in clothing stores while you try on 100 different outfits, or go pick up your dry cleaning with you, it doesn't indicate he's even somewhat interested in any of those things. He wants to spend as much time as he possibly can with you. 2. He's generous with food. If he gives you the last bite of his pizza or offers to switch dishes with you because you like his, he's effectively proposing in a culinary way. The same is true for you. One of the first times I realized I was in love with my partner was when I told her she could have the mushy pieces at the bottom of the gelato pint. I was delighted when she didn't take me up on it, but the offer was still sincere. 3. He turns into a master chef. When was the last time you awoke to a delicious meal waiting for you at the table? If the response is never, your boyfriend is either lazy or not as captivated as he should be. Cooking is a very intimate activity. It is a way of expressing affection and concern for another person. When guys are in love, their cooking skills can match Gordon Ramsay's. He would go out of his way to remember your taste preferences and make the dish wonderful as well as presentable. It's also a fantastic idea for a couples at home date night. Men from many cultures are not used to cooking because of societal norms. As a result, when they make this effort for their partner, it is not only attractive but also demonstrates that a man is pushing outside of his comfort zone and attempting to do something he has never done before. So, if a man truly loves you, he will surprise you with meals, coffee, and perhaps send you a surprise lunch to your office one day. 4. He gets romantic. When a man falls in love with a lady, being Romeo takes on new meanings. They will get obsessed with giving her gifts, taking her to lovely locations, and simply making her happy. So, if he's increasing his visits to expensive eating venues, sending you flowers, or doing similar things, he's probably in love. 5. He starts flexing his ability to provide. I've seen that many guys put a lot of emphasis on demonstrating what they can do for a girl, mainly in the form of money and presents. It can also happen if they offer to be a sympathetic ear, or if he tries to behave as a hero or protector. In either case, guys will usually begin to demonstrate how excellent they can be to a girl. 6. He turns into a clean person. When was the last time you went to someone's house and didn't wonder whether a hurricane had just passed through? Aside from clean freaks and exceptions, most guys are not in the practice of keeping their surroundings clean. A man in love, on the other hand, is quite different. If a man truly loves you, he will go out of his way to be his cleanest, hygienic, and presentable self. If he is aware that you are fussy about cleaning, he will make certain that the house is spotless before you arrive home. This is not only a quality that women admire, but it is also a necessary relationship quality for a happy and romantic life. Fortunately, a man in love will constantly want to be as clean as possible in order to keep you pleased. 7. He cares about your needs. It takes two to tango, which is why your spouse should make an effort to meet your requirements. Intimate time, especially in a long-term relationship, can become more of a chore than a time to connect emotionally and physically. This is especially true if one partner has made the decision to stop trying to please the other. Physical contact should be mutually enjoyable, rather than being a means for one person to obtain what they need. You're on the right road if your partner is still making an effort to keep you happy, and you're doing the same for him. Of course, following the honeymoon period, the quantity of physical time spent together begins to reduce. That is very typical. When you're in it for the long haul, it's quality rather than quantity that matters. 8. He softens up. When the girl they love calls them a pet name, some of the fiercest guys I've ever encountered melt into gigantic mush puddles. This isn't making news, it's not even a TV trope. One thing I've seen that may be news is that males who are truly in love with their girlfriends frequently soften up towards women in general. They are more likely to support women's rights, treat other girls well, and be generally happier. 9. He always thinks you look beautiful. Women are the ones who are most critical of their own appearances. They tend to feel undesirable if they've just woken up, or if they're lying about in their sweatpants at home, or if they have a spot in the middle of their face. But a man in love will still think you're gorgeous in all of those situations, and he'll tell you. Your relationship is much more than just a physical one, and your inner beauty constantly shines through for him. 10. He's affectionate towards you. Does he grab and hold your hand as you go along the street? Does he spontaneously kiss you on the cheek when you're deep in thought? Does he cuddle you when you're stressed or freaked out about something and need to be comforted? These small demonstrations of affection indicate that he is continuously thinking about you and that he genuinely cares about you. 11. He chooses you over other options. This is because you are a priority in his eyes. As a result, a guy will prefer to spend time with you over playing video games with the boys. Or a guy will choose to take you out instead of going to a club alone. 12. Even when you expect him to, he doesn't normally panic out. When you confess an uncomfortable story from your past or declare that your children will have wonderful eyes, he won't go nuclear. Even if anything causes him to take a second look, he'll convey it in a gentle manner because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. 13. He fawns over your beautiful body. He thinks you're the most beautiful woman in the world. What are stretch marks? He couldn't care less, could he? Cellulite. He's too preoccupied on grabbing you with a flattering erection to notice. His love for you translates into him believing you're a goddess in the bedroom, so trust him. 14. He pampers you. It's something that males do when they're in love. They are constantly trying to cheer up their girlfriends and wives by showering them with affection. Pampering will involve sending you tiny gifts for no reason, waking you up with a bunch of flowers after a bad week, or simply letting you rest while he does all of the housework. Pampering you is their nonverbal method of demonstrating their love for you. He may forget to say "I love you" for the 100th time in a day, but he will remember that you had a long day at work and will have a hot bath ready for you. 15. He owns up to his mistakes. When a guy is in love, he sets aside his stubbornness and pride and is always eager to accept his mistakes. It's not always easy for him, but he does it because you are more important to him than his ego. When you disagree, he always accepts responsibility for his part in it and never casts blame because he sees you as a team. Well, that's all for today from Brainy Facts. If you're serious about learning how to make your man crazy over you, we suggest checking out the first link in this video's description under Recommended Solutions. It's a professional and strong psychology guide that will help you win him over, even if he wasn't specifically interested in you. Thanks for watching.